This is going to be my last video on Doug Pederson today, because honestly, he says one thing, he says other things that really just make me question myself. I don't even know anymore with this guy. I don't. Main thing is he's got to be gone. Main thing is he's got to give up play calling. He can't give up play calling, then that is what it is. Okay, it's already enough that on 2-point conversions, he uses a schematic play sheet that gives them a probability of if they will win the game if they go for this 2-point conversion. He's not using his brain, he's using a schematic play sheet, which I just don't get. And no, I don't think any coach even does that in the league right now. So this video is pretty much about Doug Pederson, the Eagles media today, after he had his 94 WIP, his radio interview, whatever. So spoke to the Philadelphia media today. So Nate Herbig was out with that finger injury during the week. Apparently he had the finger injury. They didn't want to play him this week. Okay, it is what it is. Now, Sua Opeta played at left guard in this game and didn't play well. And I knew he wasn't going to play well. So one of the Philly media asked, why didn't they put Jordan Mailata at left tackle and move Jason Peters to guard? Were you going to even consider thinking about that? He said, no, wasn't going to do that whatsoever. Okay, that's fine. Number 2, when Jalen Hurts is in the game, has Doug even thought about taking Carson Wentz off the field when Jalen Hurts is in the game? Because at this point, seeing Carson Wentz as a wide receiver out there, the first couple times, okay, it was a given that maybe something was going to happen. It gave defenses another look. But at the same time, now since we've done it so many times, why don't they just take Carson Wentz out of the game for that one play when Jalen Hurts is in, put another receiver in there, okay? Put another receiver in there, because at this point, I saw the Giants, they didn't even they gave some space for Carson Wentz. They didn't even care at this point. They weren't even, that corner that was on Carson Wentz for that play didn't even look towards Carson Wentz, because they know that he's not going to do anything. Carson Wentz is not going to do anything. So if you want, you're not taking a cornerback out of that play when Jalen Hurts is on the field. You're not taking a corner out of there. It's impossible. It's not happening whatsoever. So why don't you just take Carson Wentz out of the game? He said, well, we'll think about that. And that was it. That was it. And, just his smug attitude, it just aggravates me. Just aggravates me like crazy. So after that, then you go into this whole game, right? He felt like he was on rhythm. His play calling was on rhythm. What rhythm are you talking about? What rhythm? If we were on a rhythm, we wouldn't have third down conversions for 0 for 11, whatever it was. 0 for 8, whatever the hell it was. We couldn't even get on. We couldn't get off. We couldn't stay on the field on third down at all at this point. The Giants played better than us. They read us. They read what we were doing the whole entire time. It just makes no sense. And then they, mentioned, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside being benched, with Alshon Jeffrey being in there. He was in there a good amount of snaps. Alshon Jeffrey was in there a lot, but got targeted one time that was bad. That was kind of tipped at the line. And that was pretty much it. So he said it's going to be a week-to-week thing with J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. He said it was a tough decision to bench J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. What tough decision is that, Doug? Because honestly, the guy has done nothing because of Howie Roseman. That's a whole nother story with this GM and how he's running this team. It's a whole nother story with this guy. I can't stand it anymore. Between the drafting, the play calling, the certain players that are on the field, off the field, get with the program. That's already enough. I'm mad that Jordan Mailata's not on the field. Sean Bradley's not on the field. Davion Taylor's not on the field. Our draft picks aren't even on the field. It's just to that point where, he's looking at a... I'm telling you. This has got to stop. And you know what? I don't care what he's like. He knows that the NFC East, he knows, because he said during this press conference, he said, I know it's not pretty. This NFC East is not pretty. This team is not pretty right now. The guys in the locker room are mad. He said, the guys in the locker room are mad. You're so lucky right now that locker room has not turned on you. You're so lucky that the locker room hasn't fallen apart. And they haven't. And I'm so surprised that they haven't. Actually, no, never mind. I'm not surprised they haven't, because they've always been like this. They've always been a resilient team. They've always been a team that really fights back But this is what I'm talking about. From the drafting to the front office decisions. And on top of that, I'm hearing rumors that Doug is listening to most of his offensive assistants. And he's literally just like calling up to the box every time, we need to do a certain play, and they call the play and they give it to Doug. I don't know what the issue is right now. I mean, it's ridiculous. Doug Pederson can't call plays. Doug Pederson is not going to change anything. In the second half of the season, people said, oh, well, Doug's going to change some things. No, he's not. I had no optimism for Doug changing the play call. I said this to many people. He wasn't going to change anything. And look what happened. It was to the point where Carson Wentz fell on his own 2 feet at a snap. I mean, that's how embarrassing this is. This team looks like we don't know how to throw a football. We don't know how to call the right play. We're getting too cute. Not even 5 plays in the game in the beginning of the game, and Jalen Hurts was already in there. I mean, it's just like they're running. It's like they're running out of ideas to scheme against defenses and what to do. I really don't know. And Doug is honestly, can you blame? You're mad and you're making a huge deal out of it, and you're sitting there, and these people, that is their job. I know the media can be annoying, but they're asking you questions that obviously the fans are thinking the same thing. Pretty much the media is on our side saying, what's going on? Why is it like this? Doug, why are you playing? Why are you scheming like this? Why is this offense like this? And Doug is starting to question now. From that 94 WIP show, he's starting to question his own play calling, starting to question what he could do, what he can't do. Okay, and being mad about the game isn't going to fix anything. Okay, we're entitled to be mad. We're fans. Our only job right now is to enjoy football, and watch our Eagles and criticize our Eagles for what they're doing on the field. The last thing he should be doing right now is getting mad, because we've been mad since week 1 of the season. Week 1. Okay, Carson Wentz hasn't played up to par. The right coaches aren't around him, which is not an excuse. But it's everything. It's everything. So Doug with these, he says, I figured, not saying there's a light at the end of the tunnel, but at least if the guy is humbled and says, hey, I can't do my job, then that's fine. But then another minute, he's like, I was in rhythm. I felt like I was in rhythm with my play calling. We didn't get a 3rd down conversion. How are you in rhythm when you don't even get anything on 3rd down? I don't get, but that's another thing. He's going to blame the players, blame the execution. So which one is it? This guy needs to get off play calling. This season is not going to be pretty. I don't think we're winning another game this year. And if we win a game this year, it's going to be in garbage time of the season versus the Washington football team or the Dallas Cowboys. Those are the only 2 other games I have us maybe winning 1. I see us maybe winning 1 game out of this rest of the season, because I'm telling you right now, I have no faith in them beating the Browns. And how can you have faith? And this is not, you're not a fan, you're not being a fan. How can you have faith in what we just saw? How do you honestly think that he's going to change this much? He doesn't have the brains to change this offense. He doesn't have the brains to scheme against the defense. He has no brains. Now, the defense is a totally different story, because that was a horrible defense we saw against the Giants. It was horrible. I didn't expect them to play that bad, but it was horrible. But this guy, I cannot deal with it anymore. And we got 7 more games to deal with this, and that's it. And I don't know. This team does not deserve to be in the playoffs. None of these teams in the East deserve to be in the playoffs. Let the Giant fans celebrate this win, because you know what? They beat the Eagles, okay? They beat the Eagles. A win is a win. Good for them. It is what it is. Just like when we beat the Giants by 1 point, good for us. But was I proud of it? No, but a win is a win at the end of the day. And that's all I got to say about it. So I'm not into Doug. I'm not into this. I'm done with Doug. I've been done with Doug. I've been done with it. So he doesn't think Jordan Mailata should play at left tackle. When you want to keep Sua Opeta in there, that's fine, okay? That's fine. You've already ruined his growth. Andre Dillard, what you're going to do, Andre Dillard, next year, I hope there's changes next year. I hope that Doug is either gone or giving up play calling. I'm hoping that Howie Roseman is gone. I'm hoping that Press Taylor is gone. I'm hoping that Jeffrey Lurie puts his foot down and not let another head coach ruin this team once more again. That's what I hope for. Other than that, I will see you guys later. Peace out. Peace.